Have you ever opened your eyes in the morning, and for a few seconds everything just feels off? Blurry vision, heavy eyes, light feeling too harsh. Almost like your eyes didn't fully wake up even, though you did. Now, if you're over 50, you might think that's just aging, but what if it's not? What if that morning blur is actually a warning sign that your eyes didn't recover properly overnight? Because here's what most people don't realize. Your eyes don't just rest while you sleep. They repair themselves, they rehydrate, they reset for the next day. But if they don't get the right support, you wake up with that foggy, uncomfortable vision. And over time, that can turn into something worse. The good news? This is something you can start improving tonight. No medications, no eye drops, no complicated routines, just simple foods, used at the right time. In this video, I'll show you 3 powerful foods that help your eyes repair, rehydrate, and reset while you sleep, so you wake up with clearer, more comfortable vision, naturally. And if you believe your health can still improve, not decline, then you're in the right place. Let's start with something most people completely overlook: prunes. Yes, the same dried fruit people usually associate with digestion. But here's what most people don't know. Prunes can support one of the most important systems behind your vision. Inside your eyes are tiny blood vessels called capillaries. These are responsible for delivering oxygen and nutrients directly to your retina, the part of your eye that allows you to see clearly. But here's the problem. As we age, these tiny vessels begin to stiffen, they narrow, and blood flow slows down. And if you have high blood pressure or blood sugar issues, this can happen even faster. Think of it like a garden hose. The water is there, but if the hose is bent or blocked, it can't flow properly. That's exactly what happens in your eyes. The nutrients are there, but they're not reaching where they're needed most, and this is where prunes come in. Prunes are rich in vitamin K1A nutrient that helps keep your blood vessels flexible and open, especially those delicate capillaries in your eyes. Better circulation means better nourishment, and that directly affects how clearly you see. But there's more. Prunes also contain potassium, which becomes especially important at night, because while you sleep, pressure inside your eyes can rise slightly, and as you get older, it can stay elevated longer than it should. That's why your eyes may feel heavy, puffy, or foggy in the morning. Potassium helps balance that pressure. It supports your optic nerve and helps protect your vision over time. And here's something most people have never heard. Prunes also contain lutein and zeaxanthin, the same protective nutrients found in leafy greens. These gather in the center of your retina and act like natural filters, helping protect your eyes from damage and improving clarity, especially in low light. So how do you use them? It's simple. Take 1 or 2 prunes. About 45 minutes before bed, you can eat them on their own, or mix them into plain yogurt. No added sugar. No complicated steps, because sometimes the smallest habits before sleep create the biggest difference by morning. So now you've improved circulation. Those tiny blood vessels behind your eyes are opening up, and nutrients can finally reach where they're needed. But here's the question most people never think about. What protects those nutrients once they arrive? Because your eyes don't just rest at night, even when they're closed. They're still working, repairing cells, rebuilding light-sensitive proteins, resetting your vision for the next day. And during that process, something else is happening. Oxidative stress. Think of it like tiny sparks of damage, building up inside your eyes over time, and if those sparks aren't controlled, they slowly wear down your retinal cells. That's when you start noticing it. Blur. That doesn't go away as quickly. More sensitivity to light, struggling to see clearly at night. So once your eyes are nourished, they also need protection. And this is where a very small food plays a powerful role: pistachios. They may look simple, but inside they contain one of the most protective combinations of nutrients for aging eyes. Let's start with vitamin E. This is a powerful antioxidant that actually embeds itself into your eye cells, especially the ones responsible for detecting light and color. Once it's there, it acts like a shield, helping neutralize those damaging sparks before they cause harm. Over time, that protection makes a real difference. But pistachios don't stop there. They also contain lutein and zeaxanthin, the same protective nutrients we mentioned earlier. These settle into the center of your retina and act like a natural filter, reducing glare, blocking harsh light, helping your eyes feel more comfortable, especially at night. Now here's something most people are surprised by. Pistachios naturally contain melatonin, the same hormone your body uses to signal sleep. And this matters more than most people think, because deep sleep is when your eyes repair themselves the most. So pistachios don't just protect your eyes, they help create the conditions for healing, and there's more. They also contain magnesium and vitamin B6, which support your nervous system and help your eyes stay naturally hydrated overnight. That means fewer dry, gritty, irritated mornings. So how do you use them? Keep it simple. Take about 5 to 7 pistachios unsalted, about 30 to 60 minutes before bed. Nothing complicated, because the goal isn't perfection, it's consistency. Now, think about what you've built so far. First, you improved circulation with prunes. Then, you added protection with pistachios. Your eyes are now being nourished, protected, and supported during sleep. But there's still one final step, because protection alone isn't enough. If something has already started to weaken, it also needs to be rebuilt. And this next part is what most people completely miss. So now you've done something powerful. You've improved blood flow. You've protected your eye cells from damage. But here's what most people never hear. Protection alone is not enough. Because as you get older, parts of your eyes don't just need protection, they need rebuilding. Cell by cell, layer by layer, every single night while you sleep. Your body is trying to repair what time has slowly worn down, but it can only do that if it has the right materials. And this is where the final piece comes in: chia seeds. They may look small, but inside they carry one of the most important nutrients your eyes need for repair: omega-3 fatty acids. These healthy fats help rebuild the outer layers of your retinal cells, the very part responsible for how you process light. And here's why this matters. As you age, those layers begin to weaken. They lose flexibility. They don't respond as smoothly as they used to, and that's when you start noticing it. Dry, irritated eyes, slower focusing, light feeling uncomfortable in the morning. But when your body gets enough omega-3 south, something starts to change. Those fragile layers begin to strengthen again. Your eyes feel smoother, more hydrated, more responsive, almost like restoring the clarity you used to have. But chia seeds don't stop there. They also help reduce inflammation, something that quietly builds up in the retina over time. And there's another benefit most people completely overlook: hydration. When chia seeds absorb liquid, they form a soft gel. This slows digestion, helps your body retain fluids, and keeps your system balanced throughout the night. And that includes your eyes. Because those tiny glands that keep your eyes moist, they depend on proper hydration. When hydration drops, your eyes feel dry, scratchy, uncomfortable. But when your body holds onto fluids properly, your eyes stay naturally lubricated while you sleep. So instead of waking up with irritation, you wake up with comfort and clearer vision. And there's one more advantage. Chia seeds contain tryptophan, a natural compound your body uses to produce melatonin, which means they also help support deeper sleep. And the deeper your sleep, the more complete your body's repair process becomes. So how do you use them? Keep it simple. Take 1 tablespoon of chia seeds, mix them into water or almond milk. Let them sit for about 20 to 30 minutes until they form a gel. You can eat them on their own, or mix them into plain yogurt with a little cinnamon or banana. No complicated steps, because consistency is what matters most. Now think about what you've built. Prunes improved circulation, pistachios protected your cells, chia seeds helped rebuild and restore. This isn't complicated. It's a simple signal to your body. A signal that says, it's time to repair. Now here's where everything comes together. On their own, each of these foods helps. But when you combine them, they create something much more powerful. A simple nighttime signal to your body. Slow down, repair, restore. And the best part, it takes less than 5 minutes. Think of this as your quiet moment before bed. No noise, no distractions. Just a small act of support for your body. Here's how to do it. After dinner, as your day starts to wind down, prepare something simple. 1 or 2 prunes, 5 to 6 unsalted pistachios, and 1 tablespoon of chia seeds. You can eat them separately, or mix them into plain yogurt if you prefer. Some people add a few slices of banana or a pinch of cinnamon. Not because it's required, but because it makes the moment more calming, and that matters. Because this isn't just about food, it's about sending your body a signal. The day is ending. Now it's time to repair. Try to have this about 45 to 60 minutes before sleep, and during that time, reduce stimulation. No phone, no bright screens. Just let your body settle. Even your breathing matters. Slow, steady, relaxed. If you want to go one step further, pair this with something warm. Chamomile tea or warm lemon water. Not for extra nutrients, but because warmth helps your body relax. And when your body relaxes, repair becomes more effective. Now here's something important. You don't have to do this perfectly, but the more consistent you are, the more your body begins to recognize this pattern. And over time, those small, quiet habits start creating noticeable changes. Clearer mornings, less dryness, more comfort in your eyes, and maybe something even more important: confidence. The feeling that your body is still capable of improving, because aging doesn't mean losing control. It means learning how to support your body in a smarter way. You're not broken. Your body hasn't given up. It just needs the right support at the right time, and sometimes that support is as simple as a few prunes, a handful of pistachios, and a spoonful of chia seeds before bed. Now, I want to ask you something. Be honest. How do your eyes feel when you wake up? Blurry, dry, or completely fine? Comment below. I read every single one. And your answer might help someone else realize they're not alone. And if you want to take this further, watch the next video on your screen, because what you do in the morning can either undo this progress or make it even stronger.